Hello, everybody, and welcome to day number 3 of the 10-day Jazz Piano Basics course. Today, we are talking about 251s and the voicing of 251s. Standard jazz piano voicings that you need to know and why these are important. 251 is fundamental not just in jazz music but in harmony or in music in general. The progression of 5 to 1 specifically is a cadential point, meaning it's a point of tension and release. When we go to chord 5, most of the time that's the chord we find right at the end of the song before we land on chord 1 to close off a song. So chord 1 is kind of like your home, but chord 5 is a resolving point or a point of tension. So this is why 251 is something that you're going to come across a lot in jazz, and you're going to want to spend some quality time really nailing down voicings, even improv exercises over 251 in music. It's not the only progression by any means. Today I have 3 different types of voicings that are going to be crucial for you in your jazz piano journey. First of all, going off of lesson 1 when we did root 7th and 3rd, I'm going to be now doing root 7th and 3rd over a 251 progression. So in the key of C major chord 2, as you will find if you started with jazz lesson 1, chord 2 will be D minor 7, chord 5 is G7, and chord 1 is C major 7. Now we want to voice these root 7th and 3rd only, and it'll sound and look something like this. So chord 2 is D minor, and we need the 7th and the 3rd of D minor, and chord 5, there's the 3rd and the 7th, same for C major, root 3rd 7th. Now the objective is to try to find the closest available chord tone, and so no jumping. Now the second voicing that I'm going to be doing is a voicing that can be used as solo piano, but also it can be used in a rootless type of manner, and it makes use of triads over the dominant chord. So it has a sharp 9, a 13 sharp 9 chord, which resolves nicely down to chord 1, and it looks something like this. So for this one we have root 7th 3rd with the 9th and the 5, then down to chord 5, root 7th 3rd with the 13th and flat 9, and resolve this to C major 9, which is C, E, B, D and G. And it's always nice to go from 7 to 6, as you see me doing there. C major 7 to C major 6. So you can always alternate between C major 7 and C major 6 just to add a bit of color while you are comping or playing the chords creatively. third type of a voicing that I want to speak to you about is a rootless voicing with octaves in your right hand. This is particularly useful when you want to comp for other musicians. You can comp actually using just root third and seventh, but it's particularly useful when you want to give a full sound in the band, or especially when you're playing for big band. These types of octave right hand and rootless left hand voicing is pretty useful, and it'll sound something like this. So this voicing structure is completely rootless, and it makes use of left hand voicings, which we will talk about later in this course. But really, in your left hand, we're playing an upper structure root position D minor 9 chord, F, A, C, E, and for chord 5 we have 7, 3 and sharp 5, which resolves down to C major 9. Also an upper structure root position, C major 9. So this is the left hand. The left hand is playing what we would call left hand voicings. Now the right hand, this is what you would call a closed sixth interval, because it's a sixth interval with the closed octave on top. And the idea here is you create octaves in your right hand. So that's the lesson for today. That is day 3, 251s and voicings. There is sheet music available for this lesson, only $5. You can check on my description below. And I will see you again for day number 4. I hope that you practice these, because the only way that you're going to be able to get better is if you work on them. Pause the videos if you need to pause the videos. Work on it step by step and take everything through all 12 keys. You have to. There's no getting around that, trust me. So I'll see you again for day number 4, and leave any questions for me in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye.